The Christmas miracle. It was Christmas Eve, and the world outside was a blanket of white. Snow had been falling steadily for hours, transforming the small mountain town into a winter wonderland. For David, however, the beauty of the snow was overshadowed by a growing sense of dread. David and his 8-year-old daughter, Lily, had driven up to their family cabin for the holiday. It was their first Christmas without Lily's mom, who had passed away earlier that year. David was determined to make it special, filled with hot cocoa, stories by the fireplace, and a sparkling Christmas tree. But the storm had other plans. Lily had gone outside to play while David set up the decorations.
Stay close, he'd warned her. The storm's getting worse.
She had nodded, bundled up in her bright red coat, and bounded out the door. An hour later, when David called for her, there was no response. Panic surged through him. He grabbed his coat, flashlight, and boots and ran outside, shouting her name into the swirling snow.
Lily, Lily, where are you?
The wind howled back, its icy breath stealing his voice. He followed her small footprints until they disappeared in the drifts. His heart pounded as the storm deepened, the cold biting through his layers. David refused to give up. He searched tirelessly, his mind racing with fear and prayers. Just as despair began to creep in, he saw a faint red spot in the distance, a flash of color against the endless white. He ran toward it, his flashlight bobbing wildly.
Lily.
There she was, huddled under a pine tree, shivering but unharmed. She looked up at him with tear-streaked cheeks.
Daddy!
She cried, leaping into his arms. David held her tightly, his own tears freezing on his face.
I've got you. You're safe now.
He carried her back to the cabin, wrapping her in a thick blanket and sitting her by the fire. After a warm cup of cocoa and lots of hugs, Lily began to smile again.
I'm sorry, Daddy, she said softly. I got lost trying to find pine cones for the tree.
David kissed her forehead.
It's okay, sweetheart. You're safe. And that's all that matters.
As the storm began to calm, the stars emerged, twinkling brightly in the night sky. David and Lily decorated the tree together, stringing popcorn garlands and placing the angel on top. When the clock struck midnight, they opened one small present each and laughed together, their worries melting away in the warmth of their love. The next morning, Christmas Day, the snow sparkled like diamonds under the sun. Neighbors came by to check on them, bringing cookies and cheer. David and Lily shared their story, grateful for the miracle that had reunited them. That night, as they sat by the fire with a plate of cookies and milk, Lily snuggled close to her father.
This was the best Christmas ever, she whispered.
David smiled, his heart full.
It really was, Lily. It really was.